Hello there everyone, this is Iron Mark 3 and welcome back to the big stompy robot simulator. I mean of course, MechWarrior Online. And welcome back to the entrance from last weekend, the Stalker. Well, one of the entrances from last weekend anyway. I'm already going off track, don't mind me. Okay, it looks pretty similar to the one last weekend, right? Well, almost. You see, I received a query from Epic about my opinion on an alternate version of the build. So I've actually gone into this one and I've adjusted the weapon's payload a bit. So this is not an identical one to the one that appeared last weekend. You probably already figured that out because I changed the colour scheme. But yeah, there's different things in here as well. But of course, for completeness, I will inform you that this is the STK-4N variant, so you know exactly which version this is if the build is of interest to you. And let's go into the actual loadout itself. MechLab. Okay. What we have here is still a Stalker powered by a 310 standard engine, giving a top speed of 59.1, which is pretty decent for an assault mech. Even if this is on the lighter end, it's still okay. And we still have the Endo steel chassis and double heat sinks found in the previous version. However, this is where the changes start to come in. The armor has been upgraded to light ferrofibrous to find a little bit of extra weight, and the MRM system has been upgraded. This was the center point of the query because I used MRM30s and Epic asked if, well, what my thoughts would be on an MRM40 version. So I managed to scrape up enough funding to put together this one with the 30s replaced with 40s at a cost of some reduction of the additional weapon systems and heat efficiency. And raw burst damage as well. I've lost some of that too. But hey, there you go. Anyway, the changes. The MRM30s have, of course, as I mentioned, been torn out and replaced by MRM40s. And to keep these in good supply, an additional 1.5 tons of ammunition has been forced into the mech's already creaking chassis. So we now have a total of 6 tons. 2 ER medium lasers have been stripped out from the center torso, the ones in the low mounted slots on there. So now we've only got 4 ER meds rather than 6, 2 in each arm. And then trying to keep this design cool, we have 4 double heat sinks, 1 in each side torso, and 2 in the center torso, so we're also down a heatsink compared to the previous build. Now this isn't quite what Epic thought would be good, because Epic suggested like a 6 med laser rather than ER meds, reducing the lasers to reduce the heating issues, though the total difference from an ER med setup to a med setup is only like a quarter of the heat reduced in their generation. And when I attempted to put this together on this particular builder, even with the light ferrofibrous giving me almost a ton of extra weight, I had to strip out a double heatsink, leaving it 3 double heatsinks, and heat management was down to 1.07, which is borderline active and running a serious risk of overheating, especially when you're in a fight and you're firing missiles and the lasers. So that's why I've gone slightly off track here compared to what was being asked about. I felt that the extra heat management was flat out necessary because 1.07 is not a reliable level. I wanted the mech to be more reliable, so as a result I took out a third of the laser burst instead, just so that I could have the better range profile of these ER meds in the arms, and I could have the extra heatsink, which brought me up to 1.17, so that's 0.1 higher. That's pretty decent overall. An extra, what, 10% cooling rate? Something like that. So it was at 7% cooling, now it's at 17% cooling. Because 1 is as low as it goes before it starts overloading just from the engine, if I recall correctly. But that is what I have done with this particular loadout. The legs have also been slightly up-armored as well, because I had like 0.3 tons left over from all of these changes, but I had no slots left whatsoever. So, you know, a little bit of extra durability. Always useful. But yeah, that is what I've done to loadouts. and we will see how this thing performs in the actual battlefield. Roll on, match number 1.
Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
This is command. Eliminate all enemies, no matter the cost.
Okay, here we go. Welcome to Grim Plexus. Hang on, what's the key? There we go. I was just set my MRM to chain fire before I have a chance to forget and overload myself with ghost heat. Yes, indeed. Welcome to Grim Plexus. Now, that is what I meant when I said that this mech has lost burst fire potential. It's lost its DPS in terms of 2 less lasers, of course. There is that. Actually, speaking of those, let's testify those. 16% heat. It briefly hits 17, but then it cools down immediately from that. So, yep, I can definitely fire those. Okay. And I say that because when I was using the Stalker last weekend, with MRM80s, I was firing in bursts of 60 missiles. So, you know, 60 missiles, woo, straight to the face, 60 points of damage splashing all over the enemy. Pretty good, right? And then I could just turn away or do whatever. Unfortunately, I've got to keep track of my targets facing a bit more in this one because of the MRM40s. Because the 40s are so large, they actually generate ghost heat if you fire 2 of them at once. Actually, you know what? Let's adjust my configuration a little bit. I'll have those set on buttons 3 and 4 so that I can actually launch both MRMs at once if I feel the need to. Like if I'm face to face with an opponent, it's like, oh god, unleash everything, try to make him go away because I don't want to see his ugly mug anymore, that kind of thing. But for this thing to maintain its heat management, I'll need to be firing the missiles off in alternate strikes. So missile volley, and try to avoid accidentally launching 2 at once. And yep, I figured I'd take a few hits there because they are quite happily sniping at us from over that way.
New target acquired.
I'm going to head over this way.
New target acquired.
Okay, so we've got some units moving around on the flank. That on us. Ooh, jeez. I think that was a double rack over there.
New target acquired.
Okay, right. The lights going on the flank can use some backup, so I'm going to move in with this Thanatos to help them out. That's a Mad Cat Mark II, so I got it. No, sorry, those are mediums. Oh, hello. I think I might have fired those a bit too close together, but, you know, I'm not used to these, because MRMs, you can't fire them so close as long as the missiles are running. Is basic safe. Oh well. Let's see. Yeah, he's got some missiles and things as well.
We're experiencing some losses.
Yep.
Don't get sloppy out.
Actually, this isn't too bad. Having to fire them off in bursts. That's not too bad.
Destroyed.
Okay, Mad Cat down. Good. Oh, there we go. Yep, that was a bit too close together. Actually managed to kill it though. Huzzah. I've got a kill. Actually, this is feeling better. Because it may not be a single burst of 60, but it's a double burst of 40, isn't it? And I think that's what Epic was trying to get at. Because when we discussed it in stream, his response was that the 40s are more efficient. And I'm beginning to see what he means. Okay, but however, I do have to back up after like a couple of bursts no matter what. Something behind us.
New target acquired.
Any more soldiers?
Alright.
Target
25%
destroyed.
of the enemies are eliminated.
Oh dear. Yep, I think we're going to lose this one. Why can't I back up? What the hell's going on? Oh, there's an ally behind me. Ah. Yep, flipping racks. Oh, jeez. Ah! Ow! 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 Well, I go with my weapons. Yeah, I'm starting to see where Epic was coming from with this one. the 40s are definitely nice bursts, and I did tool myself up to kind of sustain that, but unfortunately we got split up around that pillar and we were getting picked apart, so... Oh well. Ouch. Of the 3 that we killed, actually, I helped on all 3 of them. I got 2 assists and an outright kill out of our 3 team kills, so...
Come in.
Yep, I
Control
definitely
the
helped.
target. Anyone read?
Full disclaimer, I actually bought the MRM40s just specifically for this video. I tend to do that if there's something requested and I've got a weapon system that I don't actually have. Lance information, proximity, yep, 393, not too bad. I don't know, it did feel a little bit awkward, I must admit that. But if I was overheating even in that level of combat, I am very glad that I did not go with the 6 medium lasers, because I'd have been overheating a lot more readily, quite honestly. A lot more readily. And even then, I'm wondering if a downgrade to the lasers is in order. Because reducing their heat output by 25% is actually sounding pretty good right now. Pretty good. Actually, you know what? Let's do that. Let's swap them out for standard lasers. And that will reduce their heat by a quarter. Which will give me a little bit more there, because I kept backing off hard because it wasn't enough to force my mech into outright shutdown, but my mech was overloading and coming pretty close to shutdown. I think I got like 3 separate heat warnings in that last one, and that was just with light combat, and that stopped me from firing my big missile racks, which is what I wanted to be shooting. Okay, so that's gave me an extra 0.5 to my cooling rating, a downgrade to the medium lasers. Same damage potential, of course, especially in the ranges I was engaging before, and that's generally my engagement range because I want to be able to hit things with the MRMs reliably. But the extra cooling is going to be useful, I think. Okay, so I've quickly done that. Roll on, match number 2.
Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
Fleet command coming in. Capture the target area and engage any hostiles.
Okay, match number 2, here we go. The game mode is Domination, the map is Forest Colony. And no, I don't know that off by heart, I still cheat by looking at the loading screen. On the bright side, I am now actually getting into the habit of looking at the loading screen to figure out what game mode I'm actually playing on, so, you know, that's an improvement, I guess. Anyway, let's go and see if we can do some things. I'm curious to see how the downgrade to a quartet of ER, well, not ERs anymore, are they? They're just standard meds. Let's fire them, actually.
Keep it up.
Same heat profile, roughly. The mech is cooling a bit faster, so, you know. Hopefully this will be enough to keep me in the fight a little bit longer to get a few more missiles out, because missiles are definitely the main weapon system.
Please wake up. We need you in the front line.
Wait, who was he calling out to? Unfortunately, I was babbling incoherently and didn't actually hear what
Target acquired.
that was about. Oh well. I'm sure we'll find things to shoot at really shortly.
Target
no target,
acquired.
that is a Warhammer. Okay. So yeah, that's the enemy heavies moving into position over there.
We've destroyed target Alpha.
Alright, we bombarded Alpha from a distance. I guess I'll move up here. The problem is that I don't know where anyone is.
Destroyed Alpha.
Yeah, they just long range bombarded our target Alpha. Oh, hello, Thanatos. No, that's a cataphract. What am I on about? Yeah. Looks like our entire group is heading around this side, though. Okay, let's see if I can find something to shoot at.
Target
New
spotted.
target acquired.
Okay, Dire Wolf, long range. That's actually kind of out of range for me. because my max range is like 550 meters. That's the benefit of the downgrade to standard lasers. They've got about the same maximum range as my MRM system, so 550 meters I'm not going to bother engaging. However, I'm right now at the flank with my rear armor exposed, so I don't want to be here. Not really.
Target destroyed.
Yep, coming from behind. GPs, a lot of them. Yep.
That's why I didn't want to be standing there, because, you know, I expected something like that to happen.
Target acquired.
Jeez.
They've taken down Beta.
Warning incoming missile.
Ow. There was an ally behind me. No wonder I couldn't back up. Flipping hunchback. Okay, I'm going to keep moving around here. I've already lost a bit of armor. I don't like that because it's, you know, it's like armor. I want my armor. Wait, what am I saying? Armor's for the weak. Heck with armor.
New target acquired.
But it looks like our main assault forces have turned around to try and help out a little bit.
Need assistance.
There's a lot of stuff
Need
back there.
assistance.
If I dropped that low, I would have hit the... Am I being hit in the back again? No, I'm being hit in the front. What am I doing?
New target
I think my only
acquired.
option really is to go around the side here, isn't it?
Target spotted.
Target destroyed.
Also, I've got to watch it because if I hold down the button even for a moment, it fires off both MRM launchers, which is what I want to avoid because, you know, ghost heat. There doesn't seem to be anything here, so I'm gonna follow these guys around.
Target
spotted.
acquired.
Actually, I could bombard Beta from here.
Hostile target Beta is destroyed. This should buy us some more time.
There we go. What's going on? It's still pretty even. We're 2 kills ahead right now, but that's not a significant advantage.
New target
They can easily claw
acquired.
that back, especially if someone gets damaged. But their main force seems to have pushed around the side here, NASCARing it at us. So I need to see if I can help out some more. Our main assaults are holding the line right now, but the enemy's moving in. Need to see if I can catch up.
Target spotted.
New target acquired. Heat level critical.
Oh, almost.
Target destroyed.
Okay, good. However, I did overload. It definitely does feel better though, using the meds rather than the ERs. My heat levels do feel like they're holding up more reliably this time.
Target destroyed. Heat level critical.
However, that said, when I'm actually engaging properly with everything, I am still
Acquired.
overheating quick. Okay, so where is the next enemy? There should... yeah, our assaults are down. So that means they are pushing... Yep, they're pushing around on us again in that direction. The hunchback is not going to be readily engaged. Can I see someone over here? Yes, I can. Back up. Whoop. There's that hunchback again. Oh, that's a Kodiak. Jeez, I don't want to be facing him head on. On the bright side, he seems to be
New
pretty badly
target
damaged.
acquired. Target destroyed. Target acquired.
Oh, he's lost his primary weapon
Target
actually.
destroyed.
Yep, there we go. Am I the last assault? No, there's another assault over there.
Target acquired.
Oh jeez, come on, we've almost got him.
Heat level critical.
Good. That burst 40 is actually proving really helpful. Though I am fighting at the limits of my heat
Target
threshold here.
acquired.
That is my main limiting factor.
Heat level critical.
Nope, and I've overloaded again. Okay. Come on, up, up, up.
New target acquired.
Whew. Yeah, I actually think this might be better than the other one. It's a different focus slightly though. This one's focused more on its missiles. The other one was more of a balanced
New
build.
target
But the
acquired.
missiles don't really hurt this one. Oh, jeez. And I'm also glad I squeezed in an extra ton and a half of ammo, because I'm down within that ammo level right now. And I've still got missiles to spare. Oh, we moved. Oh. Yeah. Shut down. But I blew an arm off just before we got killed, so yeah. Okay, that was actually a really good one, I think. Let's see what the final score is. I am the last surviving assault on our side, though. That extra mobility because of a light assault is quite useful. Ooh, 750 damage. Ouch. 4 killing blows, 5 kill assists, 2 solo kills, 2 kills most damage dealt. Flippin' heck. That was a great match. 750... That one got 807. Harbinger? HBR. I'm not sure what... I'm not sure what the HBR is. I think Harbinger, but I'm not sure if that's a mech. Sorry, my main is going derp on me right now. But 2 and 10, while I got 4 and 5. 548. I am actually the highest scoring player. Yeah. The nearest one is 547. So I'm 1 point ahead, but I am the highest scoring match player. Anyway, that has been the 2 walks. So this has been Iron Mark 3. Thank you all very much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. And thank you, Epic, for suggesting this 40 build. It seems to work pretty well. So yeah, see you all some other time.